Alright, so here we go. This is gonna be my fire DPS loadouts. We got single target, we got AoE, and we got melee when you're in your duos or in your solos. So first off, we'll start with the single target. So what I got is all elite gear. I'm at 484, 848 might. Got the paid for mods that they give you. I don't have the elite weapon on my single target loadout. I could get it, I just haven't yet. Alright, so let's start off with what I got. Skill points, might, it's might build with fire. For my allies, for me, single target, so we have crypto, use a weapon buff with starfire. Then I've been playing around with using Batman just because of that 10% might buff that you get when you go into battle. It doesn't go away until after the first 6 damage hits, so you can have one and you'll keep it for a while just to have it, get your loadout straight. For the single target, I'm using transformation card, Omega, and I'm using solar amplifier. I personally, when I'm doing boss fights, I let the Omega only go to 6 instead of letting it get to the 10, just because, you know, if it's a single boss. So I'll just show you the loadout first. So for me, for some reason, I do it right to left. So I start out with heat vision, then I go into overheat, then I go into fire weapon, absorb heat, 3 fireballs, and then my Omega will be enough for me to do it. So we'll do 2 rotations. I have it at the normal pauses. It should be about 30 seconds, and then you'll be able to see where we're at with that. Oh, and just so you can see, that's with the Batman allies. So my might went up 10%. And these won't go away until I do the next 5 hits, because it takes effect after 6 hits that the buff goes away. It refreshes after 60 hits on the combo meter, but we'll get it from there. And then if I activate Starfire, my might goes up to 549. So I'll go away, let everything reset, jump back. And now this is a rotation for me. We'll do 2 rotations and get the numbers. Heat vision, overheat, fire weapon, absorb heat. 3 fireballs, Omega. Just rinse and repeat. That's pretty much it for the single target. That's what I do there. And then the number is about 30 seconds. 6 million. It's not a lot. It's enough. Does decent damage, decent burn. If you had ads pop out, then you can hit another 1 or 2 fireballs and get the full power Omega. In case some ads pop up. See, that's only 3 or 4. You can do that extra 1 or 2 until you get to the gold Omega. And then you'll be able to hit ads next to you. Since it's mostly pure single target, the Omega does help if extra ads spawn, but it's not going to help like a AoE loadout. That's what we have for that. Next is going to be my AoE loadout. It's got 2 iconics on it. I found for me, for fire, this is the best way for me to do a decent amount of damage. Again, the stat points are the same. Max might, super powered. My allies are going to be the same, except since we're AoE, I use Blue Beetle, Starfire for her weapon buff, and the same from the shadows with Batman. And then for my loadouts, for this one we're going left to right. So we're gonna go Inferno, Fiery Weapon, then we're gonna go to the Spore Pod. After the Spore Pod in the beginning stages, we go to Soul Signature, and then we go to Flame Cascade. We hit Flame Cascade until we get the Omega up. Once the Omega's up, then we go ahead and do the rotation again. Inferno, Fire Weapon, Spore Pod, Soul Signature, Flame Cascade, and Omega. And you'll be able to do it enough that you'll get the max stacks for the Soul Signature and the max stacks for the Mega Beats pretty fast. Again, we'll do 2 rotations, just so you can see how everything goes. And then rotate again. Inferno, Fire Weapon, Spore, let everything finish. Then we'll get our numbers in the corner. And then we're at, for 35 seconds, almost 40 mil. So I misspoke a little bit. I let Soul Signature actually build up first. So the loadout is going to be Inferno, Fiery Weapon, Spore Pod, Flame Cascade until you get this to hit max stacks. Then once it's orange, which is max stacks, then you hit Soul Signature, and then you'll hit Omega Beams once it gets max stats, so Flame Cascade. So this is going to be your main power, and these going to hit a dot, give you your boost, another dot, and then just keep rotating. So we'll do it one more time. We don't have to be so close, but so we'll do it this range. Flame, spam it until it gets orange. You hit it, go back to spamming it. Omega pops up, hit Omega, right back to Inferno. Fire Weapon, Spore, Flame Cascade. You see how fast the soul stacks came back up. And then Omega. 2 rotations there. And we're at 43 mil for 35 seconds. We're gonna clear this out, because what I forgot to show you, my height is a little bit higher on this build, just because I do have the elite weapon, and I don't have a blast adapter in it. With this one, I'm using transformation card. Now we could use Ebon, and we'll see what the difference is in damage. We're at 43 million for 35 seconds. The loadout is going to be the same. The rotation is going to be the same. So it's going to be square, triangle, R2 square, L2X, R2 triangle. So we just keep doing that rotation. We'll do 2 rotations of it. The good thing about this loadout is once you start getting the stacks up, you get the stacks pretty fast for the soul. See, it's already orange. As soon as it comes with a cooldown, you'll be able to hit another one. And we're coming up at the end of the second rotation right now. Once Omega hits full stack. Remember, before without E-Bomb we was at 43, and now we're at 41. So same amount of time. There's a little bit more crits with the strat card. So for me personally, I just rather run the strat since you want the criticals as much as you can with this build right here. So now for melee, when you're inside of lower raid content, lower CR, or if you're in a solo or duo, this worked great for me because it's the fast hitting combos. So using your weapon a little bit in between, but not too much. This one, 489. That's my might in this one. Again, everything is might based. There's no swapping. This is going to be trans, Ebon, and Omega. And the loadout is going to be Inflame, Fire Weapon, Backdraft, Engulf, Flashpoint, Omega. Now, this loadout is because everything is fast hitting and off a cooldown pretty quickly. So, you're jumping to Inflame, clip that with Fire Weapon, Backdraft, Engulf. It has a super fast cooldown, so it's off a cooldown very quickly. So you'll just run these until they get off. You'll hit Backdraft, Engulf, Flashpoint. If Engulf is back off, you hit that, then you'll hit Backdraft, and you just keep running that. The allies for this are the same. Starfire for the buff, Batman for that 10% might, and then Blue Beetle. So this one, you're a little more reckless when you're in lower content. You're a little more reckless when you're in a duo, so you can get in there and fight with the ads. So just jump in. We'll do 2 rotations of it to get on. Omega to proc twice. That's rotation done twice. I guess it popped up 28 million for 27 seconds. Let's do it again. It's almost like a battle tank loadout, but this battle tank. And basically this is what you're doing. You're in close fighting the bosses of the ads. 2 rotations. And the damage for this, 30 million. So about the same amount, so you're in the 28 to 30 million range. This is just what works for me. I'm not really a person that likes to art swap. For me, that playstyle isn't that much fun. I like just being a straightforward playstyle. This might not be the most optimal way to play fire, but for me, this does everything that I need it to do. Decent amount of damage. If you're trying to be competitive, if that's your thing, then you're competitive. As long as there's burn, then I'm happy, and that's what we try to do. Try to complete raids, not so much chase the scoreboards. So it's pretty much what I got. I mean, for this, you're going to be up close, so you definitely would need some skill points into health. This I've been playing around because, for battle tanking, I like to have more into precision, but I mean 100 is a good amount of health to put in there. I got a couple extra skill points, and I always max out my might and power. It's pretty much what I got. This is for me, non-swapping fire DPS loadouts. So hopefully it helps.